funny because my parents, they see it totally different. Yes, they are so easy. My dad is born in wars, World War II. He was a child as the war was, and I guess he is so resilient. I don't know, is that word in English? He's
Yes.
perfect. And wow, I said, how could you be so cool and easy? And I'm sitting here and I'm afraid. My dad gave me power. Yes, he was stronger than me in that point.
So can I ask then, so Manuela, you in Germany were able to express with your siblings, your brother and sister, and with your parents who are older about how you were feeling. Can somebody else talk about what it's like, not in Germany and not in the UK, but in Bolivia or Peru, where from where you're calling in from, and tell us about an experience that's slightly different if you feel comfortable.
All right, Martin, do you want to take this, lead us? Have you got contact with your mom, dad, brothers and sisters, uncles, nephews?
No. Actually, my mother died. My friends, I never contacted with someone who got COVID. But I don't know, is the term Manuela, it's finished? Is my turn?
Yeah. We're asking you, Martin, yes.
Okay, Aisha. I need to be sincere. I don't like to talk about coronavirus. I think it's bad for mental health, and the consequences of this pandemic on mental health, I think it's critical, because I hear a lot of people say, I'm sick of hearing about COVID. This pandemic is making me sick so much worse. I need to tune it out for a while. And I think we are trapped inside of a negative environment. And I remember when this happened to me. On March 25th. Was my birthday. I remember turned down the TV, and all that news was like, the guy was like, there's been 11 cases, there's been so far 100 cases, 1,000 cases. No, one moment, 5,000 cases. And I was like, what's going on here? I'm scared and I'm freaking out. I feel like I've been a middle of Stephen King novel, or something. I was freaking out. And when you are scared, you start mentally create stuff in our mind. And I started to create questions about this situation. Questions like, who will take care of me if I get sick? How can I get up if I'm sick? Using masks with social distancing, can't touch my face, use hand sanitizer every 3 hours. It's totally crazy for me. But I was searching symptoms of COVID on Google, and after spent hours and hours, I found a prescription, my treatment. It sounds crazy, but for me, sometimes it worked. And I found my prescription and I ran out to the pharmacy. It's weird when you give your slip to the pharmacist. He looks it up and he's like, oh, what is that? And you know, I was asking for many things. That, you know, bottles of hand sanitizer, ibuprofen, chloride oxide, masks, and stuff like that. When the guy says it's like $500, I was like, what? No, I can't believe it. I can spend a lot of money and time on that. And I left the pharmacy. It was so embarrassed for me. And I think it's so funny how big pharmas are so evil with many people. Yeah, you know. And
yeah.
I know, I understand how many people turn to drugs, cocaine, marijuana, alcohol, and other drugs. And after thinking a lot, I said to myself, I need to surround myself with good energy. I need to, I'm gonna keep my mind occupied. I'm gonna work out my body every now and then. I'm gonna eat good food and stuff like that. And now 6 months later, I'm here. I'm alive and well. That thinking about it, you can spread the virus without panic. You know.
Thank you for sharing. So there, Martin spoke about one of the things that, some of the things that he did, including exercise. So has anybody else tried to do writing a diary during this time?
Okay, Andrea, anyone? Okay, Martin, come back to you. Andrea, so the question from AISHA is, in these COVID times, are you expressing your thoughts in a book, in any form? Do you write your,
Hello.
do you write how you feel?
Okay, yes, good afternoon, all the people. Bueno, in my case, I prefer express my feelings according to my art. Yes, if I have to sad, I am described with a sculpture or something that my hands created. And I think that I am not a depressed people. I consider that I consider me that I am so positive or maybe dreamer that sometimes the people doesn't like this type of me, but I don't. I prefer this form that express my feelings, that stay and depress me, and I don't know, or angry for all the things that pass in around me, no? Or how do you say echar la culpa?
Blame, to pass blame.
Yes, blame the past, digamos, something is, for example, there's, I don't know, there's, for example, is blame of my boyfriend that I don't think the whatever think, digamos. Yeah. I prefer this. I don't know. Just it.
So I think, Andrea, and that's another way that you can help yourself. If Daryl, as my friend, is quite heavy and down, it's sometimes good for me to stand back and not talk to that person if I feel like the words that he says are not good and not uplifting. So Andrea, you said that you're positive, and Martin as well. So kind of building a bubble so that bad words, negative thoughts don't come into your mind as well. So art, actually mental health and art and creativity is very important, and it's used a lot to help people's mental health. So thank you Andrea, thank you Martin for sharing. So does anyone have general comments about how well or how easy it is to talk to your family about your mental health, that you're feeling down or not? Does anyone want to share?
Okay, let's choose. Amparo, do you wanna answer this one?
I understood that I have to answer how well or easy is to have contact with my family. Could you repeat?
About feeling about your mental health.
To talk with them?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I understand. In my case is, I have my own family. My family is my husband and me. And my other family maybe is my mother, my sisters, but I don't have a good contact with them, or a lot of contact with them, because they have different ideas, and their ideas are totally different that I think or I feel. For example, they think that they are always victims, they always are thinking in the past, and it's something that I can't share that idea. For that reason, it's difficult about my feelings, because maybe they will understand in other way my situation, maybe. Or I think if they have a problem, maybe I could say, but it's simple, it's easy. But they need that somebody support, but because they think that they are victims. And for that reason, I think, I don't know if you understand, but it's difficult for me have a good maybe a relationship with them, because we are in different different
Yes.
we live in different situations.
Yes. So and also, so you're very, like Andrea, is very positive and wanting to look at the good things, and it sounds like your family, your parents, your sisters,
Mm-hmm.
look at the bad side and you look at the good side. So that's great. And do you talk with your husband about, and you don't have to answer if you want to share, about mental health?
Yes, I talk with he when I have a problem. For example, I talk about my feelings, and I said, for example, I worry about this. Could you help me? I don't know how can for example, if I don't have the control about something, he could help me. I'm sure that he could help me, and he could give me a good advice maybe. And I'm open maybe with him, and but yes, so I share my ideas with him.
So who finds it difficult to talk about how they're feeling?
Can I participate?
Yes.
Okay, I want to ask about this. Is how can I express my feelings? Because it's difficult to express my feelings to my to my parents because I live here alone, and my parents are in the country, and my sisters are here with me, but we don't talk a lot, just the greetings, just hello, how are you, and yeah, that's all. And the rest of the day is just, did you eat? Yes, that's all. And it's a little bit different because I can't express when am sad or maybe I have problems. So how can I express or start to express my feelings? Because sometimes I need to talk with somebody, but in this quarantine, it's too difficult to speak with my mother and my father because they are far away from us.
So thank you for sharing that. I think that this is where having a toolkit helps. So for me, I use a diary and I write. So I live on my own, I live as a single person and I have my 2 children who are teenagers. I can't talk to them about how I feel, so I write. I enjoy writing. Also, in terms of, one of the things I do is write, but let's talk about who you can talk to. So do you have friends that you can be in touch with, and can you speak to them about how you feel?
Just one or just two, because I'm not a good friendly person, so just two. So,
but you don't need lots of people. If they are good friends, you can speak to them. So when you feel, and this is a normal feeling, that when you feel like you can't talk to lots of people, the stress kind of mounts in your body. You can feel the stress. Exercise, and I'm not sure what the rules are in Bolivia, exercise is a really helpful tool. It chemically changes the way your body, it creates endorphins, so happy hormones that increase your well-being, and that is very helpful. So when we look at alternatives of how to manage our mental health, it may be in some circumstances you can talk to your friends on 2 or 3 times a week, but another thing you can do is write, or exercise. So it becomes different things, like a jigsaw, to make it all better together. Does that help?
Okay, thank you very much about this advice, because I'm going to take this, I'm going to start with writing as a diary. It's okay, it's a good advice for me. Thank you very much, Ash.
No problem. There's one thing that that people in the UK have thought is very good, and that's that every day to write 3 things that you're grateful for. So today might be, today mine is that I saw my friend, Corinne, and that I speak French as well. So I spoke French with her and it was good. And 3, I made good food for my children. I'm grateful for that. And it doesn't have to be big things. It can be, I am warm, we're safe, we had a good dinner. So gratitude is a very, very powerful way of increasing your well-being as well. So have a think about that.
Okay, I'm going to write this in a big letters in front of my room.
Yes, good. So does anyone else want to share? Because I want to have a conversation. Does anyone have anything else they'd like to share?
Okay, let's go around. Ira, Irene, anything to share? We can't hear you. Microphone.
Now you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Hi everyone from Buenos Aires.
Hello.
These times are difficult for everyone. As Aisha said, I try to concentrate in the things I have. I'm so grateful. I have a job, I have friends, I have family, and somehow I feel acompañada, like so, like what's the word?
Support.
Supported. Yes, yes, yes. And for me, I'm answering a question you did before about talking about feelings with my parents. In my case, my mom, it's an old person, so it's the first time in my life I need to be strong for her. So I try to talk about my feelings with my siblings and my friends, and I try not to hide things, but minimize minimize the problems. So that's all. I try to comfort myself in my friends and my siblings. And when you have certain age, it's time for you to take care of your parents, and well, this is
Yes, yeah, absolutely. And so in your scenario, Irene, is that you're lucky because you're able to tell your mum wants to talk to you, so you support your mum, and then your friends support you. So there's balance between everything, which is great. Which is really
it's like a net, like a safe net.
Oh yeah, like a safety net. Yeah, absolutely.
And it takes work to I don't know how to say it, but it takes a lot of work to build this. Yes, to build this net. In my case, it took me all my life, but I'm grateful for that, and I work for that.
Yeah,
it's like a everyday work.
Yes, and because it takes trust, doesn't it, to tell someone that you don't feel good, or you're worried, or you're sad, and you're deeply hurt by something, and for them to honor the way you feel. Daryl, I'm not sure whether, tell me whether you understand that if Daryl says to me, Aisha, I'm really worried, I don't say, don't worry about it, it will be fine. I say, let's talk about it. And that's important, not to just say, oh, have a cup of tea, you know, which English people do. It's really about saying, okay, let me take just 1 minute to sit and have a conversation. So I just want to tell you a story about myself, really, and men's mental health, because it's something that really men don't talk, and Felix and Daryl and Martin that are online, that I can see are a male. So last year I met a guy, and I started to go out with him, and he used to drink a lot, and it took me a while to realize that he used to drink. He came to my house, and we have 3 bottles of alcohol, of wine, I had one glass, he had the rest, and he was fine. But it was the reason he was drinking because he wasn't happy. And later, 1 year later, I texted him and I said, "Are you okay? Because I'm worried, because men don't talk. And it's difficult for them to show that weakness." And we'll come to Felix and Martin again and to Daryl about why that is. So my children are half Indian and half Nigerian. In the Black community, in the African community, it is not mental health is not talked about. It is misunderstood. Indian people do not talk about it. English people do not talk about it. And that's why when we were talking, when I was talking at the beginning, and I just want to, and I'm just going to share that one again. Oops, is it going to go? It's this conversation that we need to have, and for it not to feel that I'm sitting down and going, okay, tell me, are you feeling depressed? Do you want to kill yourself? That's not the way that these conversations should happen. It should be every day when we say to each other, good morning, how are you? And for there to be an exchange of how you really feel. And that's helpful. And it's helpful for you and for the other person. So Felix, we can see that you're online. Did you want to share? And you don't have to. This isn't mandatory. You don't have to share anything that you don't want to, about being a man and talking about when life becomes difficult and whether you can talk about it or not.
I don't know if you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, we can.
What experience that I've had is a really good mine. He came and he said that he had been on the railroad tracks one night and was hoping
we can
for
hear you.
to and hit. That was my first really good situation with the mental situation.
So Felix,
Felix, your line is breaking up.
Felix, 1 second.
Felix.
He's good and he's all right, but
Felix.
he for a while. But it's really hard to have a discussion as a man because you have to both be open up and be vulnerable yourself and speak about another man's vulnerabilities as well. And that is something that we don't practice very much. So we lack practice, therefore it's really hard. So yeah, like it's way to experience.
Felix, can I stop you for 1 second?
Felix,
those
your line is breaking up, Felix.
Okay, Felix, just stop there for
Sorry.
Just 1 second. So everybody else online, I'm not sure if you followed, but I think I know what Felix has said. I'm just going to bring you up to date. So Felix, you had a friend that committed suicide on the rail tracks. Is that right?
I'm sorry. It's quite bad. My cellular that is too small. It up the conversation. I can't hear you all.
Okay, Felix, if you can hear me, man, just share it via chat. So just share what you just told us via chat, and we can paraphrase it. But yes, Aisha, yes, Felix's friend committed suicide using the rail tracks.
So in that scenario, and then Felix was then saying that it's, as a man, it's difficult to open up and also to be discussing with another man about their own vulnerability, which sometimes as women, when we have a problem, I think women talk and it goes away. But men do not find it easy to start that conversation, even with close friends. Felix, is there anything you want to put in the chat? Amparo, did you want to say something?
Yes, Aisha, I would like to ask you something. In my family, I have somebody who is very depressed, and in this week I hear that he wants kill him, and I was so, it was something that makes me feel worried, and I would like help him, but I don't know how, because doctors say something they need a psychiatric, maybe psychiatric help, and I think if there is any other way to help him.
So so I used to run a club so I'm not qualified as anyone, I'm not qualified in mental health, but I have my experience, and my thoughts are, and I have done this, is sometimes, and I'm sure all of you have had a time when someone's called you and just said, how are you? And to say, I'm just asking how you are. You don't have to answer. I am thinking of you. I think sometimes that's enough. So if they want to talk, that they can. One thing, another thing is that it takes energy for you to speak to him because he wants to tell you. So you have to have space in your head to be able to speak to him and listen. But one of the big things I really do think and helped me when I was when my mum died, and Martin, you might have a similar experience, is when people just used to say, are you okay or not? Really helpful. Sometimes the person that's depressed is so down that they can't start. I'm sure, okay, I'm going to stop. When you've had a very long day at work and someone says to you, oh, you need to call Daryl, and you're thinking, oh, I'm too tired, I can't call him. Often depressed people are the same. They don't have energy to talk anymore. So just contacting, and even if you have to put a reminder on your phone and say, I need to call this person, that could be a way of doing that. But it doesn't mean that you can always help. And you have to, and that's sad. I know it's very sad. I'm sure Felix feels the same about his friend. But that person needs to talk to you. And sometimes they find it very difficult because they feel their problems are so heavy that they're back. We call it, the term that we use is your back is against the wall, that you're trapped, you feel trapped, that for whatever reason. And starting a conversation would help, but if he's already quite depressed, unless you've got the time and energy, I would say the best thing to, unless you have the time and energy to commit to a 1 hour conversation every week, I would say text him and say, hey, how are you? I know you're not feeling good. I'm checking in. If you want to talk or text, then do so. I think that's really helpful.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Yeah, definitely great. Okay, let's walk around, see and anyone else has shared anything. Grina over in Peru, anything to share in regards to mental health? Are you free to talk to your parents? Do you see your parents every day? Are you comfortable sharing any problems you have with mom and dad? What are your experiences?
My experience. My experience is 5 years ago. I have a difficult. I live in the city Chimbote, and mom. She live alone with, only with neighbors in another town. In that time, my mom get in debt and depressed. I think she feel so bad because also I called her only hardly times because I was so busy. I was studying at the university. That was a big problem for me, but I I tried to manage the situation. Also, I paid all the debt that had my mom's. I have to only be strong. That gets me more strong too for my family. Also, now I am with my mom's. She's my companion now. It's only I live with her. My family, well, my dad have another family. That's was hard for my mom too because the separation was maybe get depressed her. I have to help her. Also now it's she better because I tried to say it, good things heard and things something, and now also for the COVID I try to say good humor like that. It's very important talking. Also, that's why it's better. That is good. Talking with my friend to help me a lot. That's helped me get over and states in be good. Even having everything, I tried to be good, see the things good ways, or learning that maintain me be good. Now I try to I try to advise my friends also. No, I have a friend from Huaraz. She only live with her mom, have a problem like that, and try to advise get humor. I think the better way. Also, I talk with her. Last I say recently. I talk. Talking is a good way to the share our feeling like that. I think that it's my experience. Thank you for hearing me.
Yeah, well done. Thanks, Gwina. Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, Mariana, anything to share? I mean, I think you're probably one of the youngest in so far in the group.
Okay.
Are you able to share feelings with your parents, your aunties? uncles, etc.?
Okay, my parents are very, I don't know how they, they are not express here their feelings because I don't know. I think they only don't hurt me or hurt my brothers, and because when I was 12 years old, I was diagnosed with cancer, and that only they,
We can hear you.
I don't know how they solo pueden se guardan mucho las palabras. I don't know how to say that. And
Is that what it means?
now with the coronavirus, only but all the same, they don't let we go go other places. They don't let I don't know about the house.
Okay, okay. So they're overprotective. Okay, so I think yes, overprotective. So Mariana, you feel like a caged animal because your parents are scared, they're worried for you, they want to keep you safe, but obviously that plays a significant part on your mental well-being. Okay, understood.
Mariana, how old are you? If you don't mind, it don't have to share, but are you young?
Mariana, ¿cuántos años tienes? How old are you?
Can you repeat, please? I don't hear that. My internet is very bad.
Okay, sorry, don't worry. How old are you, Mariana? How old are you? What's your age? ¿Cuántos años tienes?
I'm fine. Today I'm so sad because my dog died yesterday, and
¿Cuántos años tienes, Mariana?
sorry. I am 22 years old now. And
yeah, Mariana, I think I heard you. I don't know if I heard you correctly. You just said your dog passed away yesterday. Yeah. Sorry, condolences.
yes,
Sorry to hear about that. That's definitely sad news. Sorry to hear about that.
no, don't please.
Okay, so we've got half an hour left, and I just want to do a couple of things and you're all going to talk, and I'm going to put it on the screen as things that we can do, things that we've discussed today. Okay, so. Okay, so toolkit. Stay with me. Let's do this one. Right, okay, let's start. Writing a diary is one thing. It's also called journaling here. I'm going to write thinking exercise, indoors or out. You don't have to go outside to exercise. Look on YouTube. I'm sure that in your own countries, you've got, my cat is about to climb in front of the screen. Oh no, he's decided to sit. Exercise. Eating well. We haven't spoken about this, but less, you know, thinking about, okay, eating and drinking well. So in this context, when we talk about drinking, we mean drinking water, eating good food, not takeaway. And I know here in the UK, everyone can still order lots of food and they deliver it. So eating and drinking is really important. Talking to people. Now, just here, we've spoken about, and we know that we can't talk to everybody because some people do not share the same way we feel. People that will support you. If someone is going to tell you, stop being like that, everything's fine, don't talk to them. It's not helpful. What else? Can anyone else think? Oh, okay, there's another one. Meditation. Practicing your breathing. Who can do that? Who does that? Does anyone?
Yes, I'm doing that. And as you said, as you mentioned, you don't need to be an expert. You can use YouTube tutorials. They give you good guidance. In meantime, YouTube is full of that. And the people, those people which are doing meditation, they are so helpful in that situation because they have also recognized how needful that is at the moment. So you will find a lot. You will find really a lot. Mindfulness, that is a hashtag, or yeah, mindfulness, meditation, something like that. Or yin yoga is also good, which brings you down. That's good stuff.
So that's really helpful. And I do yoga and mindfulness. And I love it. It's really helpful and you can get it from YouTube. One of the big things I would say is probably this. This year, 2020, has been very difficult for everybody. I normally go to work, to the office. My children go to school. I drop them at school. Then suddenly, both children are at home. They need food for lunch now, which before I didn't do. There's more noise. They need me as a mum. They're scared. So many things changed. And you have to be nice to yourself. You have to try and do something nice. For me, it might be painting my nails, or making a nice meal, or another big one, as I was telling everyone before, music. A favorite tune, get up out of your chair and dance or listen to it. Play music loud. I do this a lot. I think about depression and anxiety as the body just sitting still. So one thing that I like to do is move the energy through my body by just moving. And I think that's a really important thing. So get up and dance, you know, move that body and you feel better. You do feel better. So back to you guys. What else can we add?
Okay, that's who hasn't spoke so far. Jimena, any tips to keep ourselves sane, in good condition, in good spirits? What does Jimena Carlo do in these current times?
Everyone. Um, I think that doing exercise, make exercise, no, doing exercise.
Mm-hmm.
That's the main secret or the main tip for maintain health. Uh, what do you say, Darrell? Health, mental health.
Yeah, yeah, mental health, yes.
Because everyone we have many things to do, and there are the stress with work, university, another class. Maybe if you have your own family, your childrens, I guess. Every day there are stress, but I consider for me for a long day, I just want to do exercise because with uh, running, jogging, or go to at the gym, you can forget for for all. You uh, you you can get your mental relax. You can expose. How do you say expose? Sir? Get off. Sorry, Darrell.
Can you repeat
Jimena,
your questions?
release. Sorry, Jimena, release. I was on mute. Expose that, release, release.
Release.
Mm-hmm.
um the release, you can release everyone that everything that you have as a carga. How do you say carga?
Stored up? Is that
Charges?
Carga, something is too heavy to
burden?
Your burdens. Okay. You can release your stress as your
burden.
burden. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that for me, I'm gonna add that here. Moving your body really helps with that. It really does help. So completely. Okay.
And
Maybe Aisha, keep your mind occupied,
occupied.
learning something new.
Okay.
Yes, good. Learning
As
something new.
English.
Learning something new. Reading, or it could be TV. It could be, what else could we do? Painting. So it could be painting or art, creative art. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sorry. Continue. Jimena, because I think you're the last person who hasn't really shared anything. So, Jimena, question to you. Do you find it hard or easy to talk about any issues you might be having with your parents? Or you talk to your siblings, sisters or brothers, or
Yeah.
uncles or nephews?
Okay.
Do you find it easier
I
to talk to mom and dad if you have a problem at work, a problem with your personal life?
okay. I consider it's helpful to say your problem. For me, it's easy because I feel that when I express my feel, my I uh, I how do you say when you aliviar?
Release.
Alleviate,
Aliviar,
release again. Alleviate or release.
relieved.
Mm-hmm.
You relieved the burden that you have is like someone is uh, the person that you is uh, told that you is told about your problem. Uh, the that person support you. For example, I consider that everyone we have problems, but in this age, with 26 years old, I learned that for everything there is a solution. It's not the end of the world. I know that a problem can affect us a lot, but we must learn to overcome. Uh, but I learned that when I was child, I worried a lot as about my parents' fights. Uh, I always in depressed, but that's in my uh, teenager adolescencia. How do you say adolescencia, Darrell?
Teenage, when you're a teenage, your teenage years.
And yeah, in that I consider that that age is too difficult because I thought that is the end of the world, but now I just laughing about that. It's not the end of the world. Always we can find the solution and try to superar to how do you say superar, Darren?
Overcome.
Separate, overcome,
Okay.
separate issues. Depends on the
Yeah,
context. Mhm.
yeah, and as the I don't know who said uh, uh, um, uh, doing everything to the mind is occupied. I don't know.
Occupy your mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is the solution, I guess.
Mm,
But when you have many things in your mind, it's impossible to take a minute, a second, or an hour, or all day to think about your problem.
mhm.
I consider that's the tip or the main. How do you say clave?
Key. That's the main key.
Tip. Okay, the main tip to separate all problems that you have.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Jimena. Well done. Do. Who else? Who
Daryl,
else? Mm. All right.
Daryl,
Ask me.
Dar-
Yes.
I got a problem with my uncle.
Mm.
She has depression,
Oh,
and
uncle. He's depressed.
uncle, see, yeah,
Mm.
he has depressed and he has a heart disease.
Okay.
He's
He's
a
got heart
big
disease here.
tough, okay? He doesn't express his true feelings,
Mhm.
and you never gonna hear him say, "I love the sky. What a wonderful day," and stuff like that.
Mm.
What can we do for him? It's a tough guy.
Okay, Aisha, I mean, like, because this is more for you. So it's kind of like a tough macho man, Randy Savage.
Oh,
So you got a tough person, quite old, stubborn in his way of thinking. How does Martin approach his uncle? How can Martin say, okay, uncle, I know you're depressed. I mean, look at the state of you, look at the house, You're always
No,
negative.
wrong thing to say.
No, but things those are current things that are being said. But obviously, that's what
No.
Martin's thinking in his head. But what we're asking
Absolutely.
you, yeah, how
So-
does he get his uncle to come out of his shell?
So sometimes there is very little you can do. Remember, everyone is on their own journey, okay? It's so that's really the most important thing. Everyone is on their own journey, and we can't make everyone feel better. Sometimes we can't, but if, as Daryl was saying, you can, the house is messy or food, he's not making food, then do that. So let's talk about that. So when I was speaking earlier, I said, check in with that person. You could say, hey, just checking in with you. I hope you are okay. You don't have to lie, but I am here if you want to talk, and am thinking of you. That really helps. Martin, you could perhaps say, Uncle, I've cooked something for you, and take something for him because he needs to eat well. Or
yeah, good idea.
Help him tidy a space, because everything becomes like that you just get covered in a mountain and you disappear. Everything becomes too heavy, too burden. So maybe spend time with them and not say anything, not talk about them. So if Martin, if you were your uncle, I would say, yes, I did this, I did that, I did. Don't ask him to talk. Don't expect him to come back with anything. Just talk about yourself. It's hard. It's hard to do that, but, and talk about your day. Make them a meal. Tidy up. So imagine, we need to think about this. So Martin, if I came to your house and you're feeling down, then I start tidying your house, you might think, this is my house, leave my house alone. And you might think, oh my God, I'm bad at keeping my house tidy, I can't do that, you know, or something. So you've got to use your emotional intelligence. That's often EI, as people describe it as, to sense how the other person, and I've covered up my screen. Feeling. You need to tune into that. You need to think about how they feel. And it can be subtle, but really for me, this here of phoning, texting, popping in to see them, hi, can I have a cup of tea, and then go. That's all it needs, just so they feel that they can come and then maybe talk. It's like building a relationship again.
Yeah.
And I think generally, actually, one thing that we need to talk about on here is building relationships. Sorry, not building. When you first have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, every day you phone, you say hi, you say, shall we do this, shall we do that? You have to still do that with your family. So now where everyone's different and you can't travel, it's maintain your relationships. Make the time. Really important. Really important.
Thank you, Aisha.
Definitely, definitely. Yes,
Yeah,
Martin.
I
Great
learned
question.
a lot today. I learned a lot. Thank you. I really appreciated your advices and tips. Thank you, Aisha.
Yes, thanks, Martin. Great. Okay, I'll share something because you guys might think it's unfair. Well, personally, I'm quite mentally strong. I've been away from home for a long time, as Aisha and Manuela would attest to. Yeah, they always ask me, why are you still in South America? When you coming back home? Don't you miss your family, etc., etc.? The same comes from a mom and sister. But obviously you do. But I've kind of like programmed my brain to be, because I've got my phone, I've got WhatsApp, I've got Zoom, I can communicate with my mom and sister every day, FaceTime, whatever. But at the same time, I cannot miss home. When I'm ready to when I'm ready to go home, I'll go home. That's not an issue. But I've programmed my brain to be resilient. I can't I can't be missing home all the time because I do miss home. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a human being. I'm not a machine. Although some people might say so. I do miss home, but at the same time, you can't miss home every second because otherwise you won't. You will be depressed. Because when I was working in a hostel during the World Cup, where this English guy, England were doing well in 2018. And everyone back home is they're enjoying themselves. They're going to the pubs. They're going to Hyde Park. Everyone's in a good mood. He felt depressed. He had just arrived in South America, about to do a long adventure around the continent. But because he's missing the buzz, the feeling of being amongst his friends and family, because England was doing well and the country was happy, he bought the first flight from La Paz straight to Heathrow, London Heathrow. I remember when England got knocked out, I remember talking to him. Yeah, he goes, oh, geez, I'm now depressed. I shouldn't have done that. But he missed home. So he's one of those guys, yeah, like, that if something happens, he's going to go home. Where's myself? I know I'm here for quite some time, or I have been here for quite some time. I do miss home, do miss my parents. But I have programmed myself to be like a machine-like figure to keep myself sane.
Okay, so
I'm traveling alone. I mean, I left England alone. I didn't travel with friends, sister, etc. It was me, my backpack. I quit my job, which everyone thought was crazy. But yeah, it was a life decision for me, and I'm happy with that. But yeah.
Sorry,
So a personal story for me is I've tried to build, no, not tried, I have built like a space in my brain for me to
You've
be
also built relationships, haven't you?
So that's a personal note for me, because I know you guys will be asking, okay, Daryl, when did you come to Bolivia, for example? How long have you away from home? And I think for most people, they struggle when you tell them I've been away from home for X years. And I think that might be the case with Felix. Well, Felix can speak for himself, but I think when you plan to travel for a long time, you have to develop a different type of mentality, because in this world, you don't know where you're going to end up. That's the personal note from me. Okay. Okay. So I need someone, RT, to leave us on a positive note. I mean, Manuela, whoever's using a laptop, I will share my whiteboard and if you can draw something positive, because we don't want this to come across as depressing. Oh God, mental health. And I know some people watching, and some people have actually left the meeting because they were afraid to express themselves. But I'm not going to force them and say, okay, why did you leave? Are you scared to talk about your feelings, etc.? No, I'm not. I respect your your privacy, but obviously I know why you've left, because it's hard for some people to to express themselves, or even to talk about mental health. I know it's a taboo subject in Latin America, in Africa. I know in these types of environments where the men, it's like a macho state, looking like macho countries, macho continents, where if you've got mental health, you're mentally weak. I mean, literally, you're not a woman, you're not a man, you're not a child. They just like put you aside and go, okay, Daryl's family, the bloody mentally, yeah, they're not right in the head, they're crazy. And they just call you locals. But mental health does exist. Even some of the richest people in the world suffer from mental health. Some of the famous, some of the singers, actors. I mean, Leonardo DiCaprio. I think he suffered from mental health when he wasn't winning Oscars and stuff. And I think when he finally won, he did share in his speeches. I mean, like even the singers we all love to hear, they all suffer from mental health. You can be the most famous person in the world, but you still have demons in your psyche. You have demons in your mind. So we're all the same, we're all human beings. But like I say, guys, I thought we had to discuss this because I know mental health, even in the UK, in Europe, not everyone goes to a psychiatrist. I've got issues, because psychiatrists, they're expensive. They cost a fortune, and people don't want to expose their private lives to strangers. So yeah, guys. I mean, if you need to talk, man, just speak to someone. Like in Amparo's case, Amparo's friend who's feeling suicidal at the moment. I'm sure Amparo's going to reach out, and I know in La Paz, I know the whole country believe that the restrictions are kind of being lifted. I know we can go to the terminal, the buses, and go to Cochabamba, for example, or Santa Cruz. So I mean, if you feel and you've got the time to go and see family, do it. In Graciela's case, I don't know how far your parents are, but yeah, just try and just reach out. But at the same time, yeah, if you're not ready to, like Aisha said, just buy a diary. I don't know, diaries are cheap over here. Just buy something where you can write your feelings. In Andrea's case, Andrea is a creative person. She does her drawings. She draws. Jimena's told us she goes to the gym. Irina's told us she speaks to her mom and speaks to her friends. And Martin is discovering new things. And Manuela, as we can see behind Manuela, she's got 10 trillion books behind her. So she can occupy your mind with that. And Grina of in Peru, Grina is now talking to her mom, talking to her friends, and like talk. And Mariana, I think the person that might need more help is Mariana, because Mariana feels like a caged animal, because your parents are overprotective. I can understand that, because our parents are like, nah, if you go out, you're gonna get COVID.
Yes, I'm a parent.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I mean, Aisha's a parent, so I mean, you could give Aisha. I think you're in the best position to give Mariana advice, because she feels trapped. Like last week, she told us she's studying medicine. So Mariana's going to be a future doctor, saving the world and saving the country, but she can't go out to do her studies. She has to do stuff online, even just to go out and walk, I don't know, go to the shops or something. Her parents go, no, I'll go do it. You stay indoors. Obviously, mentally that plays on her. So if you got any tips, advices for Mariana on how she can approach her mom or dad, I ain't going far. I'm just going to go to that tree over there.
So I think, so what your parents are doing is completely normal. because they want to protect you, as we all understand. Perhaps because they're older, my children are 14 and 16 years old. Perhaps you could say to them, can we go together for the start? At the start, maybe going together with your mum or your dad, and you both go for a walk would help. Otherwise, because you live in their house and you know that it's coming, if they were telling you stay in the house because they were horrible, that's different. But they're not. They're saying to you, we love you so much that I don't want anything to happen to you. We want you to stay in. And that's what they're saying. And as a parent, sometimes the pressure to protect our children is very strong. So my daughter and I, we clash so much, but they love you. And I think that's what you need to remember. And these are, as I said before, completely unthinkable circumstances. And also the frustration that you're feeling is probably now, and we're coming out of lockdown slowly, but we're coming out. So try and do a few of the things. And Daryl, you're going to send out that pack, I hope.
Yeah, well.
That we captured today, so that we can try and use some of those things to help you just for the next few weeks. You've done 6 months, you've done really well. Now you've just got to use the toolkit and help, and not recognize. You need to acknowledge. So you need to acknowledge it is difficult. It's difficult for you. It's difficult for your parents too. They've never done this. No one tells you what you should do. So they're doing from their heart what they think is good. So you could maybe say, can I come with you? If they say no, don't argue. Just say, okay, when lockdown finishes, then you can revert back to normal. I think it's been so long, and everyone, so for myself, I think in about April time, I had my birthday in April, and then about 5 weeks ago, it was too much. I want to go out, I want to have fun, I want to stop wearing the clothes that I'm wearing in my house, I want to put on makeup, I want to go out. And it's really challenged a lot of us. So they're just trying to look after you. In the same way that if you had a husband or a wife or children of your own, you would go and get your food, and you would tell your children stay in the house. So put yourself in their position. They're really just trying to be, helpful. That's all from me.
Right, Aisha, can you just give me a host, the rights of a host again, please? I just want to do a quick exercise for everyone.
Okay, I don't know how you...
I think if you go to participants and right-click my name and just go make host.
Uh-huh.
All right, excellent. Okay, good. Then you need to disable your screen as well.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right, guys, I'm gonna put up the whiteboard, and everyone's gonna draw something positive. So, what are you feeling? Something allegre. Okay. You tell me what color you want, and I'll do it. All right, so we're gonna start with, let's go, Manuela. Okay, Manuela.
Okay.
Manuela, you got a pencil. What color do you want? Tell me what color do you want?
Yellow.
The main colors. Yellow, okay.
Yellow.
There you go. So if you draw something, the sun. Yeah, the sun, yeah.
Yeah, I want to paint, but I can't. Can you paint a sun for me, a smiling sun, please?
I should be able to. I've given you control of my screen.
Mm-hmm. But I can't. They're still with you, Gidol, I guess.
Okay. Well, Aisha, try and, let's have a look if this should work for Aisha, yeah. So if you can draw something positive. Felix, not yet. I can see Felix trying to draw something. Okay. All right. Sorry. There you go. Start again, Aisha. Start again. Apologies. My bad.
No.
Yeah, there you go. Just touch the screen.
Hold on. I don't know what's happening.
Or if not, yeah, I'll do the drawings for you guys. Just tell me what you
Mine's
need
a
me to draw.
heart.
Okay. Any color? What color?
Pink, bright pink.
Okay, a bright pink heart. All right. Okay, here we go. All right, next. There you go, Martin. Tell me, what do you want?
Black.
Okay, black for Martin. Let's go to the next page. All right, black. What do you want me to draw, Martin?
Okay. I can't touch my cell phone.
Okay, there you go, Martin. There you go. I've given you control. You got black pen there.
How can I touch the screen and my cell phone?
Okay, I'll do it for you. What do you want?
Okay.
Okay, there you are.
I can.
Okay, Martin, I'll do it for you. It's faster for doing. What can I do for you? Tell me, instruct me.
I can touch the screen. I can draw a picture in my screen.
Okay, don't worry, man. Don't worry, I'll do it. Tell me. I'll try my best. What picture? What are you thinking?
Happy face.
A happy face.
Yes.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Okay, good. Martin's happy.
Good.
Okay.
Thank you, there.
You're welcome. Amparo, what do you want me to draw for you? What color do you want?
Orange.
Orange, okay, good. We have orange.
Maybe you can draw music, some notes, music.
Okay, music notes. Okay, good. All right, let me get my music note. I'm a music man. I come from far away. All right. How do I draw a music note today?
I'm drawing.
You are? Oh, okay. Oh, there you go.
Music.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Music makes the world go round. Excellent. All right. Greener, something positive, something happy. What do you want me to write? What do you want me to draw for you?
A rose.
A rose. What color rose?
Red or pink.
Okay, let's go for the red rose. Okay, there's a rose. Okay, let's do some green. Let me go back to.
Oh. Nice.
Okay. Oh no, well, it's okay. It's okay. think Manuela's the artist here. Yeah, okay. Little pets on there. Okay. Rena. All right, excellent. Let's go, Andrea. What do you want me to draw for you and the color, Andrea?
Blue.
Blue. Okay, blue. And
A beer.
a bee, oveja.
No, beer. Pájaro.
A bird.
A
Bird.
bird.
Okay, a bird. Okay, what bird shall we draw? Okay.
Because I have to explain why.
No, it's okay.
Did Tom take his stand? No,
Yeah, there you go. That's a bird. Hey, it's a
A
happy
little
bird.
chicken.
Well, yeah, chicken's a bird. Okay. Who's next? Jimena, what color? What do you want me to draw for you? That you want to share to the group?
What do you say, turquesa? Turquoise?
This color? I think that's the
No.
closest one I have.
Blue.
Blue.
Blue?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
But
Blue.
Blue sky, maybe.
Yeah.
Sky blue.
Okay, a cielo
Like
sky.
a green, like a green, like a blue. Turquesa?
What, like a blue sky?
No.
And what's in the sky, Jimena? What's in your sky? Is it raining? Is it raining? No.
No, there is.
No, exactly.
I
Rain's
said
depressing.
color. I said about the color. It's like
Okay. No, I don't have much choices with the colors, but what do you want me to draw?
okay. Draw an ovni.
A what?
Ovni. Like an emoji.
Like an emoji. Okay. All right.
Ovni
Okay.
with big eyes.
Okay.
Good one.
All right, good. All right, Mariana, color, and what do you want me to draw for you?
The red color, dog and cat.
The what, sorry?
One dog and one cat.
A dog and a cat, okay. Red dog, red cat, okay. Yeah, I'm good with those. All right, so the cat.
Yeah. It's like a cow.
Yeah. Don't be hating. So many critics, honestly. All right. Okay. Meow. All right, then the dog. Let's do the dog. Okay.
Very good.
There you go.
You are so talented.
Are cute.
Yeah, these are for sale, by the way. 100 US. Okay. Next.
Yeah.
Okay, Graciela, color. What do you want me to draw for you?
I want a tree.
A tree, okay, good.
Tree.
Okay. Well, Christmas is soon, by the way. Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, it's near.
Mm-hmm. Okay, nice happy tree. Okay, Graciela.
Oh, trees.
Mhm. Okay, another one. Forest. Okay, next, Felix. Color and drawing. What do you want?
Yeah. If this was
Tell me, Felix. Mhm. Okay. Okay. Felix can chat big. All right. Irene, color and drawing, please.
I want a huge avocado to remember you all to eat your vegetables and fruits.
Okay, good. Okay, yeah, good. All right, good eating. Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, Felix is
Drink
drawing. Okay.
water.
Okay, an avocado.
You know something about perspective, Darren. Good drawing.
Yeah, looks
Yeah.
delicious. Yeah.
There you go. When you're teaching loads of kids, yeah, your drawing skills.
You're a good cartoonist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. All right. Okay. Let me say this, and I'll send them to each one. Who's missing? All right.
You practice, Daryl.
Yes, it is. It is. Okay. Well done, everyone. I mean, this is great. Amazing. Okay, stop share. So before we sign off, Aisha, any last parting words for us and the group and for the millions watching?
Millions watching. Just
Yeah.
thank you all so much for having me, first of all, and for contributing your own stories. Mental health's a very difficult thing to talk about and to get engagement on in a conversation. So you've all done really well, and your English is fantastic. So good luck with it. If Daryl invites me back, then I'm happy to come back again. And
Yes.
All right. Okay. Let's do a poll. Does that?
Please, Daryl.
Una encuesta. A poll. Do you want Aisha back? Amparo? Yes or no? Manuela?
Yes, of course.
Yes, of course. Yes, yes.
Irene? Graciela?
Yes,
Mariana?
Yes, yes,
Jimena?
please.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, please. All right, everyone's begging.
Without
All right.
a doubt.
Okay, sure. Now, past guests are welcome, current guests are welcome. Yeah, no, you're welcome, Aisha. Whenever you're free, yeah, please join us.
Thank you.
Well, you know, every Saturday, you know the time anyway.
Yeah. And can
yeah.
I say, so if there's anything, there's quite a lot of information in the PowerPoint, but if there's anything that would help you guys next time, then let Daryl know, or let me know on Instagram. I put my handle in there, and then just DM me and I'll make sure that we cover it next time. Good luck.
Thank you.
And maybe we can check in to find out how everyone's doing in maybe 4 weeks' time.
Yeah, in 4 weeks' time, yeah, we might need you, Aisha, because in 4 weeks' time, yeah, the elections are upon us. Yeah, so
Right.
We might need some tips on how to survive that. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, after last time.
Thank you all very much. Daryl, thank you for inviting me and hosting.
Yeah, thank you, Aisha. Eternally grateful for accepting the invitation to join us and talk about this delicate but important subject, Aisha. Thank you for taking time to, to construct the presentation and to share it with the group. And yeah, I think I did pass it to the group, right? If there's anything missing from the slides, I will add them to what I have and I'll share them to the group as well. Okay. All right, guys, until next week. So next week we have Alison. Yeah, she's another person who works at Ford as well. I've asked her to talk about yeah, kind of like women empowerment, like, you know, for you guys and other things. So like how women like Aisha, Manuela, and Alison survive in male-dominated industries and put their footprint. Because I mean, I think most of the people here are women, and I know in Bolivia sometimes as a woman it's hard to try and put yourself up there in especially in male-dominated industries, but you can.
Wow.
And these guys will show you the secrets of how they can of how they've done it and how you can like empower yourselves and not taking any bullshit from men, pretty much. Yeah, girl power and all that. Okay, that's next week. Yeah. All right, guys. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I know it's hard to talk about stuff that's going on in our lives. That's a bit sad and a bit delicate, but sometimes it's the only way. Talking to random strangers. It's easier to talk to random stranger than to your own family and close friends, because you don't want to appear vulnerable or weak to your to your family, to your friends. Sometimes we have parents who are just old school minded, and they think, what's wrong with you? Snap out of it. Snap out of it. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, I think this forum is quite good. Yeah, like whenever we do the conversation club, if you need to say something, yeah, feel free. Now the group is here to listen. If Amparo wants to say, okay, guys, I just want to get this out of my chest before we start, yeah, please do. You're more than welcome. You're more than welcome to. Okay. All right.
Thank you, Darius.
No, you're welcome. You're welcome, my friend.
Darius, I can say something?
Of course, please do. Yes.
Aisha, thank you. I learned a lot today. I thank you. Really appreciate your words. I think resilience and confidence is easy to say it, but requires a lot of practice. And I practice every day these words, your words. Thank you, Aisha.
Thank
I
you.
hope see you next week and other opportunity or in your Instagram.
Super, thank you.
Okay, excellent, guys. Yeah, I think everyone's happy with you, Aisha. Everyone's happy. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I never get this much of love from the group. Yeah. Okay.
Good, I'm glad.
I see what's going on. All right, Aisha's banned. I'm only messing.
We'll get rid of Daryl next week. I'll run my own one.
Okay. Yeah, you probably. Yeah, don't leave me. All right, guys. Well done, everyone. I'm happy you guys were relaxed and you felt free to share to a random person who you never met in your life. Someone like Aisha. Like Aisha's told you, she's not an expert, but she's a chairperson of one of the mental institutions, one of the biggest ones in the UK. And obviously she gets information from the experts. Yeah, so like, you know, they have meetings with like people who are experts in this field, and then they relay to the group to go out into the wider world. Because like I told you before, these psychiatrists and these doctors, they can't communicate well with the wider world. So that's why people like Aisha get involved in the mental health trust, because they got the capacity to speak and share the knowledge from the experts onto us. Okay. All right. Oh, God. All right. No,
A lot of
in a
feelings.
positive way. Yeah, no, it is. It's a release as well for me. Yeah, because like
Yeah.
Felix mentioned earlier, it's hard for men to what's got to express themselves because we have to
Yeah.
feel tough, or to feel macho, and sometimes one of the worst things to keep things cooped up is you get migraines, so you get headaches. So you don't go, okay, what, is it too hard? I'm sure, yeah, I just ate 10 salchipapas, yeah, so I can't be hungry. But it just, when you're overthinking and your mind is racing all the time, literally you get a strong headache called a migraine. And those migraines can kill. Definitely they can kill. It happened to one of our ex-colleagues who used to work with back in Ford. So guys, please share. Just release, let it all out. If you want to cry, cry. I'll cry with you.
Yes,
No,
yes.
I can cry. No
Yes.
biggie. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
It's normal.
Usually I'd ask Felix if he has any parting words, but I don't know, Felix, if your internet is functioning well. Okay, Felix, any parting words before we close the session? Okay, yeah, nothing fair. Hopefully Felix next week should be all good. All right, guys.
Felix is writing in the chat.
Okay. All right, Aisha, just one thing. Because the guys are learning English as well. Some of them are very good. Some of them are still improving. Is there any book you recommend on the subject? Not a depressing one, but like a self-help. I hate self-help books, but along those lines. And I can download the book and pass some chapters onto them. Anything you recommend, like something joyful, or even yourself, Manuela, anything behind your bookshelf for the guys to read, something positive?
Oh my God. There are a lot of funny books. There's one book I really love. And
A funny book is good, yeah. I like
There's,
funny. Yeah.
there's a guy who is going the Camino, this holy way to Spain, to Santiago de Compostela. It's a pilgrimage, yeah? And this guy is going that with a donkey. I love it. It's so funny. I was laughing so loud on the train. People were really looked up and asked me, what are you reading then? I said, I'm reading a book about a donkey or maybe two donkeys on the way to Santiago de Compostela. And this is really a fun book.
Okay, what's the name of the book, please, Manuela?
It is two donkeys. I can tell you and you can share with the group, okay? Because
okay, please.
Yes. In English. But in German, it is two donkeys on their way to Santiago de Compostela. And it is a man from UK, which is doing that journey. So funny.
Okay, I think it sounds like a great book to read. All right, send me and I'll try and find it and try and download it and share it to the group. Okay, guys. Hasta la próxima.
Okay, thank you, Daryl, Aisha, Manuela, bye. See you next.
Yes, bye, Martin.
Bye.
See you next week.
Thank you.
See you guys.
See you later.
See you. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye for now.
Bye, Dad.